Today, Clash of Clans just dropped the new Clashmas update for 2022. Today, we're going to look over everything for the new Clash of Clans update, so let's get right into it. The first thing we got access to for this update is a Super Miner. Now, this guy works very similar to that Inferno Tower, where Lily have a base damage of 200, but he ramps up to actually 600 damage at max, which is insanely strong. Now, he does work similar to that of the Giant Skeleton, where he dies, he will drop a bomb, and it can actually blow up buildings. It's not insanely strong, but it is 1,800 damage, so it can blow up quite a few things. Now, his hit points are over 3,200, and he also has a good movement speed, but the only thing downside is him is that he's like 2 times the housing space of a normal miner. So it's gonna be interesting to see how people use him in game, because most times around, if it's a troop that has large housing space, they'll usually only bring 1 or 2 of them. I think that's gonna be a special case of this guy. I am gonna use attack with him in just a second here, but I gotta say, I think the Super Miner is either gonna be really good or really bad. Another thing we did get access to is the Ram Rider, which works very similar to that of a Hog Rider, but of course when she charges in right out of the gate, she will instantly break walls with her special ability just called Charge, and of course the first few walls she'll actually break with absolute ease, and of course that effect will wear off. I'm actually super excited about using her because she's going to be really good. She has like 300 damage, over 2,000 hit points, and her housing space isn't actually that bad, only at 12, so it's like half the amount of a normal Hog Rider. So it'll be interesting to see how many combos you see with Hog Riders and also the Ram Riders. Today we're going to use it with, of course, a Super Miner and a Super Miner hybrid attack strategy. We also got ourselves event challenges for Clash of Clans, so if you guys complete different actually challenges in a certain amount of days, you can actually get rewards from being obstacles for your actually capital haul to being even a shovel, which is pretty nice. The rewards aren't too crazy. I thought the capital stuff was honestly going to be for free, but doing a little way of actually trying to get them through this method is pretty cool, so I'll probably complete this for myself later. There's also a new district hall you can get access to, Skeleton Park. If you get access to this, you will of course get a new spell that works very similar to the skeleton spell, but of course it's going to linger, so multiple attacks can actually have multiple skeletons throughout. So it'll be really interesting to see if you see some clan just use all skeleton spells to actually clear out a district. That would be pretty hype. I might even do a video on that, so that'd be lit. And there are also 2 new defenses, the Reflector, and also like a new air defense that works with mini minions. So I don't know if we're gonna get mini minions as a new troop in Clash. That'd be pretty hype, but who knows. We also did get ourselves a 4-star bonus, so if you get the 5 stars, you get your bonus reward, but now it's multiplied by 4 again for the next 4 days, which is absolutely clutch, and I'm excited about that. We also did get a new obstacle in Clash of Clans, a new Christmas tree. I don't have it yet, but once I do get it, I plan to do a video about it, what's inside, so if you don't want to miss out on the video and find out what's inside of it, then you know what to do. Make sure to get subscribed. And the final thing we got is, of course, a cheerful charge challenge. And if you do 4 attacks and get a 3-star or just MNMS stars, you get, of course, access to a rune of gold with the new Ram Rider. So that's pretty clutch. Let's actually jump in attack now with the new Super Miner, Ram Rider, and Santa's surprise spell. So we're going to attack this base here, which is a nice Town Hall 15. And we're going to actually use our Queen Walk to get started right out of the gate. And he has an Inferno outside of his base, which is absolutely free. So we're definitely going to take full advantage of that. I do really want to see if the actually Super Miner can take out a Inferno. I don't think it will, but it'd be cool if that's the case. Probably here we'll do actually a baby dragon, and then once the baby dragon pops the actual thing, well, then gonna drop in our queen, then our queen's gonna go in, and our king, and that way we can get our king to get the scatter pick, and also our queen to clean up on the outside of the base, which will be huge. So since our queen's going to get targeted in just a second here after the ram breaks the wall, we're going to then drop our healers on her. So we're going to drop our healers on her now because she's getting targeted and she's low health. We're also going to switch to the siege right here, the siege barrack. And then what we're going to do is we'll use one of our super miners to clean up. I want to see how strong he is against a normal tank. So you can see right here, he's only doing 200 damage, but once he max caps out, he does like 600 damage. Now, they don't have a whole lot of hit points. It isn't anything insane, but it's still pretty good. And what we'll do actually is drop in our normal miners on this side with our Super Miner on the right, and then of course the Ram Riders on top. And of course I did bring heal spells and also rage spells, so that way they can do their thing. Now we're gonna freeze the queen back there, drop a baby dragon to target, that way she can get the pick. So we got the pick off, that's huge. And of course the Ram Riders are small enough troops where they get affected by the traps, which is kind of unfortunate, but not the worst thing in the world. Our siege of course did make it to the town hall, which is absolutely huge, which we can take full advantage of that to actually get inside the base. So our queen's gonna go pick up the town hall now with her ability, which is insane, and the Ram Riders are doing some decent damage while also getting healed up. Now they do have like twice the hit points of a normal Hog Rider, which is insane to think about, but that doesn't mean they're invincible, because you still can get really affected negatively by like a multi and also the new, what's it called, I forgot the name of it. Oh, yeah, the monolith. I keep forgetting the new defense's name. I always forget it. I literally keep thinking, oh, it's called... And then I'm like, whoa, what is the name of it? But you can see the Ram Riders are actually still doing a very good job. And the Super Miner is still alive right now with that heal spell on top of him, which is insane. And we almost got all the actual splashes space. I don't think we're going to get a 3-star just due to the fact that there's so much more splash left over on one side of the base. Maybe if I group up the Ram Riders, then possibly I can do that. But you can see the Ram Riders are kind of just like not grouped up with the Miners at all. But this was still a really good attack with the actual Ram Riders and also Super Miners. Another thing they did add to this update is, of course, an expansion to the single player in Clash of Clans that goes from Dragon's Lair now all the way to Mama's Madhouse. That's right. I assume in Mama's Madhouse we'll see just a giant freaking P.E.K.K.A. because we've seen a golden dragon that's pretty massive and giant, but he also is an absolute tank. So I think we're going to see a giant P.E.K.K.A. in Mama's Madhouse. Really interesting to see what happens with that though. But I think the single player getting expansion is honestly just the best thing in the world. Another thing they did change in Clash of Clans is how the shovel works. So instead of the shovel just being a one-time use thing to move an obstacle, once you use the shovel on an object, it will be permanent, so that way you can move it around like a normal decoration. I think this is the coolest thing in the world. Now I can move all my corner trees somewhere else. That way if I need to move them again, I don't have to get another shovel to do so. Honestly, this Clashmas update is honestly insane with all the new stuff we got. My favorite thing probably from this update is probably the new Ram Rider and how she works. Like, she just instantly breaks walls and targets defenses and just has really good hit points and damage. So yeah, I think that's my favorite part about it. But the question I have for you guys now is, what's your favorite part about the Clashmas update this year? If you did enjoy today's video though, then you know what to do. Make sure to smash the like button and get subscribed. And I'll see you guys in our Clash of Clans video. GMAN out.